Well, my name is Star Williams. I am the owner of Fit for Star Travel. We are a boutique travel agency specializing in creating personalized and really custom itineraries for our clients. So, not like a one shop fits all, not something you can just kind of go on Expedia and just say, I want this hotel, but like I really want something special to me, to my interests, multi-generational families. Groups, stuff that you really don't want to handle on your own and really want that hand-holding aspect. That's where I like to come in. I absolutely love traveling. I will be at Country 63 by the end of this summer.
Oh.
Um, and really, I studied abroad in Italy when I was an undergrad, and that was my first time out of the country, and that really just set everything off for me. Like once I went to Italy, I was just like, oh my gosh, there's so much out here. Like I don't have to just be in my little corner of my space. And I mean, I love just trying new places. I'm all about cultural immersion and trying new foods and really just being with the locals. Like I don't want to look like a tourist when I'm in another country. I want to be where the locals are, where the locals eat. I always learn a few phrases before I go to a new country. I just love to just experience new places.
So tell me about the most fun aspects of your work when you're not traveling yourself, but you're thinking about other people's travel plans.
Oh, that's a hard one. I would say one thing is just like, I mean, I recently worked with a family who had never traveled outside of the United States. So our first vacation, we did Florida. And then they were like, okay, let's try Puerto Rico next. And I'm like, okay. And then earlier this year, they're like, Star, we got our passports. We're ready to go. And I'm like, so now, I mean, they're going to the Caribbean and they had so much fun in like Puerto Rico that they were just like, we're ready to just like experience it. And that's really what I like aspire to. And like my grandmother, you heard me talk about her before, that was my whole heart. And she was one of those that was hesitant to like go outside of the country because she was just like, I'm older and there's not going to, I don't know if I'll have someone to like hold my hand and I don't want to slow everyone down. And I just wanted to increase that confidence. Like, hey, like you can do this. And, other countries treat their seniors well. And, so that was kind of my biggest thing is just watching people and just getting the text back like, oh, this has been amazing. Or seeing like the Christmas cards where it's like on their family vacation. So just watching other people just experience that joy of like experience going to another country, especially when it's like a multi-generational and they have grandma and they have the little ones and just kind of seeing that joy and kind of go from nerves to like, oh, everything is amazing. So I love that.
Well, it's also so cool that it's something that people cherish for years after that, right? It's not just this one-time thing. It's like done and it's done. It's done for the moment, but the memories they have from it, the photos they have from it, all of that lasts. Um, so that's so cool.
Exactly.
Um, I guess one question I have is, can you talk a little about what misunderstandings you think people have about your role or your business?
Mhm. Yeah, I know. I feel like a lot of people are not really sure what a travel advisor does, and it's one of those. I would say it's one of those industries, kind of like real estate, where there may be just so many real estate agents, and you're just like, who do I go to? Who do I go to? And I feel like one of the biggest things is really finding someone who you feel like gets you. And really
Mhm.
understands you. My job as a travel advisor is to create the trip of your dreams, not the trip of my dreams. Like,
Mhm.
what do you want to get out of this? And every client that I meet with, we have a Zoom session like this.
Mhm.
I want to know what are your likes, what are your dislikes, what is the best vacation you've been on, what is the worst vacation you've been on, so I can really curate it to your likes, to your personality to see what you really want. If you want to be at the beach all day, you don't want to leave, you want to at noon and have room service, then I'm going to find you a resort that can really get to that. Or if you want to say like, hey, you're more like me and you're like, I want to be with the locals and I want to do a cooking class with the locals and I want to meet with people in the city and do an art class. That's the stuff that I want to learn. When I say the other biggest piece is that, I'm always doing training. I'm doing destination training. I'm doing training on different vendors and suppliers so that I'm up to what is current in the industry. I mean, there's so much going on the world right
Mhm.
now, like literally from war to viruses at sea and spirits shutting down, which means it's also been a crazy couple of weeks for me. But like I'm up to date, so I know how to handle those
Mhm.
things so that you're not on the phone for hours trying to navigate stuff. Like literally when Spirit shut down, I had my clients on new flights that day. So they're
Mhm.
not on hold for 8 hours or just like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So it's someone that kind of takes off that pressure that can really connect with, those connections that I have and those local connections. Like I have people I can call right now in Florence and say, hey, I have a client coming and I need like a local. I don't want you to send them to where all the tourists go. They want to be somewhere where they can have some lasagna bolognese they're going to remember for the next 5 years. So just having those type of connections and expertise for the areas that I serve, I think is something that, you'll definitely never get with a Expedia or a Costco. Just really being able to meet that client's needs.
Okay, so I have a question that I don't know how easy it is to answer depending on how long you've been involved in this work, but are there any trends over maybe the last few years or in what you've read about over a longer period of time that there are places that people have been visiting less that you think should rise back up to being a top destination, or maybe the other way around, like places that people are super excited about, like, there's kind of like matcha is like the
Mhm.
trend, right now, which doesn't mean it'll stay the trend forever. Like, what are some of those things that you're seeing?
So Asia by far has seen the greatest increase. Japan in particular over the last 2 years. I don't know if someone did a blog or what it was, but everyone wants to go to Japan. So that has seen an increase as well as Thailand and Vietnam as well. I would say in that same area, one place that I recommend that people kind of that get off of people radar is Malaysia. Malaysia and also Cambodia have a lot of of course, their own culture, but a lot of the same things that draw people to some of those like Thailand and such. But it's still not as popular, so you means you can still go there for a cheaper price.
Mhm.
So I've had people go to those countries and absolutely love them.
Are there any community partnerships that you've had, working with others, either in your space or in other spaces that have been really successful for you, or are people mostly learning about you through others who have worked with you and had an amazing time?
I would say it's a little bit of both. I would say initially I started off as, word of mouth and people going on amazing
Hmm.
trips and then they kind of just, hear about it. Um, I would say I've worked with several senior homes
Hmm.
and particularly like non what was it, like low income type of senior homes where the clientele or the residents don't really get that experience to
Hmm.
travel abroad. So my goal is to bring those countries to them. So we do kind of similar things where we've done like tropical nights and kind of like, the Asian theme where I'll do the Japanese teas and all that and just bring it to them and we'll do the music. I've even had my children come with me and do like dance lessons at the
Hmm.
homes because it's just like, even if you can't literally see the world, I just believe that you should be able to have that.
It was such a pleasure talking to you. As you said, you seem so happy to be doing the work you're doing. You have so much energy around it. And thank you again for taking the time, and for being a part of our network. I hope that we'll have people coming to you and asking questions and planning their next trips together with you.
Thank you, and thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.